I'm Lakshmi Prasanna, Assistant Professor, Department of ECE, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. Welcome to the lecture session of image processing. In this session, we will learn about periodic noise reduction in frequency domain filtering. So, under this concept, we are going to cover different subtopics like, so if we consider here periodic noise reduction by frequency domain filtering, in order to reduce the periodic noise that is present in the image, we are going to use different filters. So in this topic, we are going to cover different types of filters which are used for periodic noise reduction. They are band reject filters, band pass filters, notch filters, and optimum notch filter. So all these are different filters we are going to discuss. So we will also see the transfer function related to all these filters. Now, coming to the detailed discussion, here in periodic noise reduction by frequency domain filtering means the periodic noise will be reduced in frequency domain by using different types of filters. So in the previous module, we have discussed about image enhancement, and we have also seen what are different filters that can be used for image enhancement. So for example, we have discussed about low pass filters, and we also learned about high pass filters. These filters in frequency domain. So these filters under frequency domain, they are the important tools that can be used as filters for image enhancement. Similarly, in this module, we are learning about image restoration. So improving the degraded images. For that purpose, we are going to apply different types of filters in frequency domain for image restoration. Here we can see band reject filter, band pass filter, notch filters, and optimum notch filters. All these are different filters we can use in order to reduce the periodic noise under frequency domain. So by using these filters, image restoration can be done by removing the noise. These are different filters that can be applied under frequency domain. As we know the difference between spatial domain and frequency domain, in spatial domain, the operation will be performed directly on the pixels, whereas in the frequency domain, the operation cannot be performed directly on the pixel. First, the original image, which is in spatial domain, should be converted into frequency domain. For that, we are going to apply Fourier transform, that is discrete Fourier transform, so that the spatial domain image can be converted into frequency domain. In that discrete Fourier transform, the processing operation will be done. After that, the inverse discrete Fourier transform should be applied in order to convert again the frequency domain image into spatial domain. So this is how the operation will be performed in this frequency domain filtering. So we have to apply that concept here. This periodic noise can be analyzed and filtered quite effectively by using frequency domain techniques. So in order to analyze the type of noise that is present in the image, and in order to filter that particular type of noise, first we should know what is the type of noise that is available in the image. Then only particular filter can be applied in order to remove that type of noise. So the approach is to use selective filters to isolate the noise. Isolating means removing the noise. So we have different types of filters here: band pass filter, band reject filter, notch filter. So selective filter should be used in order to remove the noise that is present in the image. So to do that, first we should know what is the type of noise that is present in the image. Now, so in order to reduce the periodic noise that is present in the image by applying frequency domain filters, we have different types of selective filters available under this. All these filters are used to reduce the periodic noise, and all these filters will be operating in frequency domain. So here are different types of filters under frequency domain. One is band reject filter, and the next type is band pass filter, and next notch filter and optimum notch filtering. So in this session, we are going to discuss about all these filters. So coming to the first one is band reject filter. So the first filter to reduce the periodic noise is band reject filter. So what is the function of band reject filter? So first let us consider the basic band reject filter, how it look like. So here X and this is Y. Band reject filter, how the graphical representation look like means, so this is the graphical representation of band reject filter. That means a band of frequencies will be rejected. So if we consider here the amplitude is 1 and here the amplitude is 0. So if you see here, these are the band of frequencies that are 0. It means these are the band of frequencies that are rejected. Whereas here below this range, the frequencies will be passed, and above this band range, here the frequencies will be passed. Only certain band of frequencies will be rejected. So rejecting means we will consider that amplitude as 0, and passing means we will consider that amplitude as 1, and we will have some range of frequencies rotation here. So this is the basic operation behind this band reject filter. So let us consider here what is band reject filter. Band reject filter function is to remove or attenuate the band of frequencies about the origin of the Fourier transform. So these are the band of frequencies that are going to be rejected. And here under this band pass filters, we are going to discuss different types of, under this band reject filter, we are going to discuss about different types of band reject filter. One is ideal band reject filter, and another one Butterworth band reject filter, and the next one is Gaussian band reject filter. So we will see these three types of band reject filters, each one in detail. So in this band reject filter, the first one is ideal band reject filter. So under this band reject filter, the first one is ideal band reject filter. So here the name ideal. So ideal indicates there is no, the transition will not be smoothed, it will be very sharp. That means either it will be 0 or 1. So the ideal band reject filter can be expressed as h of u comma v is equal to 1 if d of u comma v is less than d naught minus w by 2, and again it will be 1 when d of u comma v is greater than d naught plus w by 2. So as we have learned in the previous graph, what we have seen, if we draw that here, how the band reject filter look like means, so this is h of, this is d of u comma v, and this is h of u comma v. So considering the amplitude here as 0 and this is 1, the band reject filter will be represented like this. So these are the band of frequencies. These are the band of frequencies that will be rejected. These are the band of frequencies that will be rejected. So according to the transfer function of this ideal band reject filter, when it will be 1, only when, so this is d of u comma v is less than d naught minus w by 2. So this point we can consider d naught minus w by 2, and again it will be 1 when it is d naught plus w by 2. So this point can be considered as d naught plus w by 2. So if this is greater and below the frequencies of this value will be passed. So it is represented here as 1. Whereas it will be 0. So this is 0. This range is 0. Okay. So when it will be 0, between d naught minus w by 2 and d naught plus w by 2. So these are the frequencies that will be attenuated. So this is the expression for band reject filter. Okay. So as this is the ideal case, we can consider the ideal band reject filter as like this, because it will have a sharp transition. So this is 0, sorry, this is 1 and here it is 0. D of u comma v, and this is h of u comma v. Okay. So these are the band of frequencies that will be rejected, and these band of frequencies will be passed. That's why here the amplitude is 1. So in this case, what is this d of u comma v? It is the distance from the origin at the centered frequency of the rectangle. Whereas we can observe here w. So here w represents the width of the frequency band, and here we can see d naught. It is the radial center of the circle. So here we can see d of u comma v. So how it can be calculated means we can write d of u comma v is equal to sigma root of u square plus v square. So after ideal band reject filter, we have one more band reject filter, that is Butterworth band reject filter. So as we know, the Butterworth filter will be operating based on the order of the filter. So here order of the filter will be represented as n. So based on the order, the filter transition will be. So the band reject filter can be mathematically expressed as h of u comma v is equal to 1 by 1 plus d of u comma v into w by d square of u comma v minus d naught square whole power 2n. So here we can observe there is n. So this n represents the order of the filter. So based on the order of the filter, we will have Butterworth transition, smooth transition. And as we have seen in the ideal band reject filter, so what is this d of u comma v? Same here also, d of u comma v represents the distance from the origin of the rectangle, and w represents the width of the frequency band, and d naught is the radial center. So d of u comma v can be calculated as root of u square plus v square. And the third type of band reject filter is Gaussian band reject filter. So the mathematically this Gaussian band reject filter can be expressed as h of u comma v is equal to 1 minus e power 1 minus 1 by 2 into d square of u comma v minus d naught square by d of u comma v into w. So this is the mathematical expression for Gaussian band reject filter. Now we will see the perspective plots of these band reject filters. The three band reject filters like ideal, Butterworth and Gaussian. Now, so these are the perspective plots of the three band reject filters. So in that the first one is ideal band reject filter. So in the ideal band reject filter, according to the mathematical expression, we have seen it is having a sharp transition. So here also we can see we can have a sharp transition, and this is the three-dimensional representation. We can have a sharp transition. So in between whatever the frequencies that are available, that means here we can observe the circle, and here these are all the frequencies that are available inside that circle. So all these frequencies will be rejected. So whereas the frequencies, remaining frequencies, we can observe like all these are the remaining frequencies except that circle, and also in the middle we can have all these frequencies, that middle and surrounding that circle, all these frequencies will be passed. Okay, it is going to reject that particular band of frequencies. And the next plot represents the perspective plot of the Butterworth filter. Butterworth filter operates based on the order. So this is the plot when the order, that is n value, is considered as 1. So if we observe here, this is ideal band reject filter and this is Butterworth band reject filter. In the ideal, we have a sharp transition, but whereas here in the Butterworth, the transition we can observe it is having a curve. Okay, so this represents the Butterworth transition is smooth. So we have here a smooth transition, Butterworth. And the third one represents a 3D representation of Gaussian band reject filter. And we can see in this band reject filter, that is Gaussian band reject filter also, we are having a smooth transition. So this is about band reject filters. Next type of periodic noise reduction filters or band pass filter. So before going to that, let us see here band reject filter. We can see this is the first one, which is the degraded image. This image consists of some noise included. We can see in this image the noise is periodic noise, and all the scratches can be observed here, which is representing a periodic noise. And here this plot we can observe, and it represents the spectrum of the input image, degraded image. So in this spectrum we can observe here a small white dots. Okay, so all these are the frequencies that should be rejected, that is it is considered as a noise here. And here this plot represents the frequency domain. That means after applying the Fourier transform, the image is converted into frequency domain. And if you consider here, this is the third plot when Butterworth band reject filter is applied. So we can see here a ring indicated, black color ring. So those are the frequencies that will be rejected, whereas the frequencies that are present inside that ring and outside that ring can be passed. And here this is the output image after the filter is applied. So here we have considered the Butterworth band reject filter after applying Butterworth band reject filter on this degraded image, this is the output image. Okay, so it is a noiseless image. So this is about band reject filter. Coming to the second type of periodic noise reduction filter under frequency domain. Next filter type is band pass filter. So the band pass filter function is exactly opposite operation to band reject filter. So we have seen the graph representation of band reject filter. So band reject filter will be represented like this, but whereas here band pass filter representation will be exactly opposite operation for band reject filter. So we will have this type of transition. That means here these are the band of frequencies that will be passed, whereas the frequencies that are below this range and above this range will be passed. Okay. So band pass filter performs the exact opposite operation of band reject filter. So already we have discussed about band reject filter. Considering all the mathematical expression of band reject filter, and if you subtract that value from 1, then the value what we are getting is equal to band pass filter. So the transfer function h bp of u comma v. So here bp represents, it is the transfer function of band pass filter, and here hbr represents band reject, transfer function of band reject filter. So as the band pass filter operation is exactly opposite operation to band reject, we can consider this transfer function to find the transfer function of band pass filter. hbp of u comma v is equal to 1 minus hbr of u comma v. And this is the figure which represents the noise pattern, how the noise pattern will be in this band pass filters. So our intention is to reduce this type of noise. Now, the next type of periodic noise is notch filters. So in the previous case, what we have studied here, band pass filters. So here also we can have ideal band pass filter, Butterworth band pass filter and Gaussian band pass filter. So in order to get the transfer function of all that filters, we can make it by making 1 minus br of u comma v. So coming to this notch filters. So notch filter will reject the frequencies in predefined neighborhood about the center frequency. So here notch filter, first it will consider what is the center frequency. After that it is going to reject or pass some other frequencies. So it is based on the neighborhood value. And these notch filters are also classified as ideal notch filter, Butterworth notch filter and Gaussian notch filter. So we will discuss about the transfer function of all these three types of notch filters. So first one is ideal notch reject filter. So coming to this ideal notch reject filter, so ideal means in this case also the transition will be very sharp. So some of the frequencies only will be passed or rejected, attenuated. So the transfer function of ideal notch reject filter, which is of radius d naught. So here d naught represents the radius with the center value of u naught comma v naught by the symmetric at minus u naught comma minus v naught. It is represented as h of u comma v is equal to 0 or 1. Why? Because here it is ideal. We will have a sharp transition. So h of u comma v is equal to 0 if d of u comma v is less than or equal to d naught, which represents the radius, or d2 of u comma v is less than or equal to d naught. So here, what is this d1 of u comma v and what is this d2 of u comma v means? d1 of u comma v is equal to u minus m by 2 minus u naught whole square plus v minus n by 2 minus v naught whole square whole power 1 by 2. Similarly, d2 of u comma v is equal to u minus m by 2 plus u naught whole square. So here we will have minus. In this case, we will have plus. Plus v minus n by 2 plus v naught whole square whole power 1 by 2. So by calculating, we will get the value of this d1 and d2, and we are going to consider the values here. Based on that, we will say whether the transition is 0 or 1. And the second type of notch filter is Butterworth notch reject filter. So here this Butterworth filter, either it is band reject, band pass or notch filter. Butterworth depends on the order of the filter, which is represented as n. So based on that, it is going to produce the transition. So the transfer function of Butterworth notch reject filter of order n is given as h of u comma v is equal to 1 by 1 plus d naught square by d1 of u comma v into d2 of u comma v whole power n. So this n represents the order of Butterworth filter. And the third type of notch filter is Gaussian notch reject filter. So the transfer function of this Gaussian notch reject filter is given as h of u comma v is equal to 1 minus e power minus 1 by 2 into d1 of u comma v, d2 of u comma v by d naught square. So this is the transfer function of Gaussian notch reject filter. So using this notch filters, we can observe the perspective plots for the three types of notch filters, that is ideal, Butterworth and Gaussian notch filter. So this is the first figure which represents ideal notch filter. So as this is ideal, in this graph we can observe there is a sharp transition. So here we can observe there is a sharp transition. And mainly if we observe these plots of the notch filters, so due to symmetry of the Fourier transform, notch filters must appear in the symmetric pairs about the origin. So if we consider this is the origin and the notch plots have appeared in the symmetric manner in order to obtain the meaningful results. So here all these are the notch filter, it is going to pass or reject the frequencies. So based on this transition, this is the origin and here these are the two perspective plots we can observe and they are symmetric in nature. So these are the frequencies inside the circle. All these frequencies will be rejected, whereas the frequencies we can observe here in this range, remaining frequencies, all that frequencies will be passed. So it is going to consider according to the notch filter, it is going to consider the center frequency and it is going to pass or reject the other frequencies. And similarly, so we can observe in the ideal case, we are having a sharp transition. Similarly, in the second case, so this is the second case, okay, so which represents the perspective plot of Butterworth. So here Butterworth is based on the order of the filter. So we got this plot based on the order 2 by considering order 2. So we can observe here this Butterworth is having a smooth transition. So here we can observe Butterworth is having a smooth transition. Here also the center frequency is considered. The remaining transitions, if you see, they are symmetric. So here we can consider these are the frequencies that will be rejected, whereas the remaining frequencies we can observe which surrounds that they are the frequencies that will be passed. And here this is the third one. This is the perspective plot for this Gaussian notch reject filter, and for this also we can observe there is a smooth transition. Here we have discussed about notch filters, especially notch reject filters. Similarly, we can learn about notch pass filters. So notch reject filters, we have seen all the transfer function of the three types of filters, ideal, Butterworth and Gaussian, related to notch pass filter, notch reject filter. So this notch pass filter is exactly opposite to notch reject filter. So considering the transfer functions, all the transfer functions what we have seen, considering all the transfer function, we can calculate the transfer function of notch pass filter by subtracting from 1. So in this expression, h np of u comma v represents the transfer function of notch pass. So np represents notch pass filter, and h nr of u comma v represents the transfer function of notch reject filter. So in this case, if we consider this u and v, so this u and v can be 0. If u naught is equal to 0 and v naught is equal to 0, the notch filter will become high pass filter and the notch filter will become low pass filter. And so in this figure, we can observe the operation of the function of this notch filters. And here we can observe this is the input image, that is degraded image. And here this is the spectrum representation of the degraded image after converting into frequency domain. So we can observe the noise here, it is represented white lines we can see. Here both we can see in the horizontal and vertical direction, especially at the origin. And next figure we can see after applying this notch pass filter, this is the third one. So here this is image A, this is spectrum of the degraded image, and this is C after applying the notch pass filter. Only we can observe the vertical line, the noise is only observed vertically after applying this notch pass filter. And here this is the noise we can observe pattern after applying the inverse Fourier transform. Next, the last one is the restore image. That means after applying the notch reject filter, this is the output image which is restored. And the last type of filters for periodic noise reduction is optimum notch filtering. So here, when several interference components are present, the methods are not always acceptable. So if there are a lot of interference components available, the filters what we have learned up to now, like band pass, band reject, notch filters, all those filters are not applicable in frequency domain. In such cases, we have to apply this optimum notch filtering. So why we should not use the previous filters what we have learned means, if you use that filters, too much of image information will be lost during the filtering process. That's why the interference components generally are not single frequency bursts. Optimum means it minimizes the local variance of the restored image. So now we will discuss about this local variance also. So in order to restore the image in such cases, we are going to use optimum notch filtering. So we will have a small mathematical analysis under this concept. So here, the first step, as we know, the steps that are performed in the frequency domain filtering, we have to apply Fourier transform and also next inverse Fourier transform. Then the output image will be the enhanced image. So the Fourier transform of the interference noise pattern is given by the expression n of u comma v. So this n of u comma v represents the interference, that is noise, is equal to h of u comma v into g of u comma v. H of u comma v is the filter transfer function and g of u comma v is the degraded image. And this is represented in terms of Fourier transform. So the corresponding pattern in spatial domain is obtained from the expression. That means if you want to convert this frequency domain into again spatial domain, we have to apply inverse Fourier transform. So eta of x comma y, which is additive noise, is equal to inverse Fourier transform of h of u comma v into g of u comma v. So image can be restored by, that means according to the block diagram of image restoration degradation process, f cap of x comma y is the estimated output. So f cap of x comma y is equal to g of x comma y minus w of x comma y into additive noise of x comma y. So in this case, what is this w of x comma y? W of x comma y is the weighting function. To select the value of w of x comma y, the variance of the estimate f cap of x comma y is minimized over the specific range of the coordinate values x comma y. So consider the neighborhood value 2a plus 1 by 2b plus 1 about the neighborhood values of x comma y. So considering this, we can write the estimated output f cap of x comma y at the center coordinates x comma y as, so as we have seen, in order to estimate that interference here, variance need to be calculated. So here sigma square x comma y, this is the variance at the point x comma y. Sigma square x comma y is equal to 1 by 2a plus 1 into 2b plus 1. Sigma s is equal to minus a to a. Sigma t is equal to minus b to b into f cap of x plus s comma y plus t. So here the shifting operation is performed. Minus f cap dash of x comma y whole square. So f cap of x comma y is the average value of f cap in the neighborhood, and it can be represented as f cap dash of x comma y is equal to, say, 1 by 2a plus 1 into 2b plus 1. Sigma s is equal to minus a to a. Sigma t is equal to minus b to b. F cap of x plus s comma y plus t. So, after considering this equation and substituting in this sigma square x comma y, we are going to get the new variance. Sigma square x comma y is equal to 1 by 2a plus 1 into 2b plus 1 sigma s is equal to minus a to a and t is equal to minus b to b. G of x plus s comma y plus t minus w of x comma y eta of x plus s comma y plus t into minus w of x comma y eta of x plus s comma y plus t minus g dash of x comma y minus w of x comma y eta dash of x comma y whole square. So, in order to minimize the variance, we have to differentiate the value as dou of sigma square of x comma y by dou of w of x comma y, and we have to make it equal to 0. For w of x comma y, the result will be like g dash of x comma y eta of x comma y minus g dash of x comma y eta dash of x comma y by eta square dash x comma y minus eta square dash x comma y. So this is the mathematical analysis we have to consider to perform operation by using this optimum notch filter. So here we can observe the images for optimum notch filtering. So here this is the first image, which is the degraded image, and that degraded image is represented in terms of Fourier spectrum. So here we can see the noise is here, and also we can see a small white dots that are available. All that represents the noise, and it is a periodic noise. And here this is C, which represents the Fourier spectrum only, but without shifting, without making the shifting operation. And so this is the image D, which represents the Fourier spectrum of the additive noise n of u comma v, and this is E, which represents the noise interference pattern. So this is the noise pattern for optimum notch filtering. And if this noise is removed by applying the filter, the image what we are getting is the output image, which is called as processed image. So this is what about periodic noise reduction by frequency domain filtering. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.